So I left off with Vav, number 6, in last video. See? So that's the F, where the F would be in the English language. It's the Vav, 6. So that's how you write David. That's how you write David, just in the written form, as opposed to the printed form. Because the printed form is right here, with the correct nikuds. See, just one thing I wanted to show you that I missed in the last video was I didn't take the time to mention this. So, and this focus isn't very good. So, dude, see down here. So you'd get it with that. See, Dalit, Vav, with the, so it means a U sound. See when it's on the left? It's a U sound. So, dude. Okay, so that's how you'd spell dude. Which is kind of funny. Okay, so then we have dode. And dode, there's a word. It represents something, I don't know. I don't think it's an English word. But it's a word in Hebrew, apparently. This is part of the lesson that I wrote down. So, so if it's on top, see the, looks like an actual lowercase I in English right there with the nikud on top, see? So the nikud is on top right here, so it's dode. See, that's an O sound. Dode. Dalet, Vav, O sound, Dalet, Dode. Okay, so yeah, and then it has an I sound when it's underneath. O, I, U. Okay, so that wraps up Vav. Now we're on to Zayin, number 7. Zayin. It's like our G, on the same place as the G would be in the English language. Zayin. So there's a note. This letter makes a Z sound, like a fly. Equals Zvuv. Zvuv. That's a fly. That's how you say fly in Hebrew. Zvuv. Pretty sure that's correct. It's probably all these lessons are, not 100%, but that's why we're doing this, to gain our initial understanding of just the alphabet, just the basics. Okay, so Zayin, that's what it looks like. It looks like a 7 almost. That's the printed form of it. So, let me go over here. Oh no, okay, so the written form is right there. And then there's the printed form right there. See? So, let's see what we're dealing with here. So, there's another note. There's the comma on the left, which is right here. See that? Comma on the left side produces J sound. Okay, so we have another letter that produces a J sound. Like our Gimel can produce a J sound. If there's a comma, it can be a Gimel. This can also have a J sound. So we'll see where that comes in at some point. So anyway, so we have our written form right here, and so we have our written form down there. So it's going to be the, I don't recall exactly which word this is. It might be like our 8th word that we're learning, but anyway, So we start off with our Zayin, and then we have our. So we learned this. This was the second letter that we learned. See, this is bet, except for it doesn't have the dot in the middle of it right here, so it's vet. So Zayin, vet with the V. Zayin, vet. And we learned this the last lesson. So what does it mean when the vav above my thumb here, the straight line, the vav, when the dot is on the left, we can refer to this one actually. So you can see right there, the vav is on the left, and that's the U sound. Okay, so now we know how to pronounce this. It's Zayin, vet, U, vet. Zvav, Zvav, Zvav. It's kind of hard to pronounce, even if you do know. Okay, so, and that's the written form down here. See, so we have our printed, I should say. So it's the same thing. So we have the here's the printed form of it. So it looks like a 7 almost, but that's the Zayin. And then here's the printed form of the the vet, and then the that looks the same, the vav, and then the another vet. Okay, so that's how you spell fly, zavuv, and that's close to how you pronounce it, I think. But anyway, let's move on. Number 8 in English would be H. Here's the lower and uppercase H. And we have our 8th in the alphabet, which is het. And that's what het looks like. Kind of looks like an N. Looks like an English N, but that's the het of Hebrew. So now we are learning probably our 10th word. This is brother, see? But you would read it this way. So, het. Wait. so an alef and a het. I don't know how you pronounce that. So that's how you print it, right there. Just looks like a doorway. Okay, and we're gonna learn how to write hava, which equals a farm. So this is hava written. So you go to het, he, v, ha. So the nikud down here at the bottom of het, he, he, and then there's another one, vav, with another nikud. So that would be another a sound or alef sound. This would be ha, ha, va. Yeah, cause this would be, it doesn't have, there's no nikud on the second vav, so that vav just produces a V sound. When there's no nikud, it's just a V sound. So, ha, va. Now, yeah, so it's a little unclear exactly if that is correct. But anyway, it's still, it's the same basic concept, whether it's exactly correct or not. I think it is, but like I said, I'm just learning this. So anyway, here's our printed form of that. So hava. So we have our printed het with the nikud, ha. The vav with the nikud, ha. And then just the va without the nikud, va, va. Huh. Yeah, it's a little interesting because, wait, what's this at the end? This is a, what was that? I'm trying to remember what this symbol down here is. Okay, that's the H. Okay, that's he. Okay, so I got it. So that's he. That's the fifth letter in the alphabet right here. He. So hava. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I'm not really sure. Okay, so moving on to number 9. I is the 9th letter in the English language, so here's the capital and lowercase version. And then we have our Hebrew 9, which is almost looks like a G turned 180 degrees. And then we have what looks like a C also turned and kind of bent. That's just how I interpret it based on my language of English. So here's what it looks like. So this is it printed. See the same thing? See, it looks like an upside down. Looks like an upside down printed. See, looks like that, kind of, except for upside down. See this right here. And then it has a little line going diagonally. So, this letter sounds like T. And what is this letter? This letter is... Oh, this is thet. So right here. Thet. So number 9. Thet. So this is what thet looks like. Thet, both are written versions of thet, depending on what context. And then we have our printed once again. So we're going to learn a word that is going to be word to learn in Hebrew. Tov, tova, feminine. That's the feminine form of the word. So tov or tova. Which, what does that word mean? You know, I'm going to have to look up what tova means, because that wasn't in this little card that I put together. It's a lot of work, so it's understandable for me to miss a thing or two. And knowing what the actual word means is as important as just knowing the word and how the sentence structure, well, not the sentence, but the actual word structure is, because, like I said, this is about the basics, and we're not trying to, learn every single thing all at once. It's a process that takes time to truly grasp a new language. Alright, so this is how we write tov or tova. So you can see down here, so we have our T sound, to, and then nakud is above the vav, so that means it's an O sound. To, va, tov, tov. See, that's a vet, backward bets. Or no, not a backward, but bets without the dots. So tov, tov. And then here's down here. Here is the feminine underneath. So to, tova. So that's your he sound, which makes an a sound at the end of a letter, at the end of a word. Tova. Okay. Next. Oh shit, this is going really long.